Okay. So EML have just started, and it stands for Exploring Monastic Life. And if you reverse EML, it will be LME. So living in monastic environment. So basically it's to participate in exploring monastic life by living in a monastic environment. So it's the second time attending this course, and one of the things we discussed was career. Of course, flashbacks comes up. So as I look at it, it's something that I don't envy about. And I know friends who started out the same as me, going to the accounting school, and now they are in the heights of the career, who wants to do professional accounting, gotten their CPA, which stands for Certified Professional Accountant, and they have many certs, and they have to attend courses year after year, clocking the number of hours, going for lessons, and it's miserable. And it's never ending. They have to go through, after that, they have to continue further studying. And it's just like samsara. You just go in circles again and again and again. So when I think of it, I came to the world with a birth certificate. And then you chase after all the certificates. And eventually you die with also a death certificate. Does that even make sense? So, and we think that we are in control of our lives by doing that. So Lama Yeshe actually mentioned in his book, I Love Lama. I find that he's so inspiring. He says that true control is a natural state that arises moment to moment, simply from recognizing attachment as attachment, anger as anger, ego as ego. So this comes from the book When Chocolate Runs Out. So I'm very grateful that I didn't follow that career path. As I look at it through the Dharma lens now, and I look internally, I feel very stable and grounded that, I'm not doing that. The chasing of this career path is not actually controlling your life, but being controlled by all these external situations. So the Dharma refuge is actually in the refuge is actually in the Dharma, and it's the last two truths of the Four Noble Truths, the truth of cessation and the truth of path leading to this cessation. So if we actually actualize it in our mind stream, that will be our actual refuge. So what is monastic life? It's not a career. You don't wear fancy clothes, perfumes. You don't look pretty. You can't build reputation. You don't make good friends that go party, go drinking. You are not like a teacher that teaches everything, vomit everything out. And you are not like a translator or actor, actresses. No, definitely not. So I remember people asking me, do you have a bad relationship? Is your career in a mess? That's why you're choosing monastic life? Oh, what kind of trauma do you get that you decide to run away from society? I was puzzled. It's something so honorable, so sacred, and people thought that it's actually running away from something. So it's a choice that I actually make to walk this Buddha's path. So I remember started reading my precepts. Every morning, do not kill, do not steal. And then it goes on. And now I start to see a change. I do not want to do that. I do not want to kill. I do not want to steal. So it's a choice that I make. And it's actually this monastic mind that we are trying to cultivate. It's not just the look, the appearances. So looking beyond what my friends are doing now, what benefits them probably in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. But I'm doing something for many lifetimes instead of just one lifetime, a few years, or yeah. And I benefit people, not just only for me, myself, and I. So at the Abbey, we offer service a lot, and I've got to constantly remind myself, it's the practice of mind training and not the practice of automation mode, which is the automatic mode that we always go into. And what is this automatic mode? It's like doing without thinking. You know, you have a checkbox and you just tick it off. Oh, I've done this, I've crossed out this, I've done this. And it's like you just rush through, have that kind of energy. Go, 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 finish this, finish that. And it's like when I get really tight about it, I could see the mind going into this automation mode. Just tick it off, tick it off. So recently I've learned to take breaks. Yes, this is something really surprising. So speaking for myself, who come from a place that goes work, 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 do, go, go, go. Yeah, so I remember myself going to work at when running a fever of 103 Fahrenheit. And this was something that Venerable asked me before. Do you go to work when you are having a fever like that? And I said, yes, I did. And yeah, so that is a going to extreme. So, but I always have this mindset, if I can help you and I free you up for 1 minute, you can use this 1 minute to help another sentient being. And that sentient being can use another minute to help another sentient being. So this ripple effect will just go on. So how do I do it? It's actually a balance. You don't push yourself to the extreme of going, go, 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 do, and tick off the checklist. But yet at the same time, don't just, oh, I want to help, or take breaks all the time. No, it doesn't work this way. It's to find that middle way or that sweet spot, they call it. So one thing that I started practicing, and Venerable reminds me about it, is when I do the thanking to donors, which I'm doing now, is to appreciate their kindness when I send out the emails. Like, may this bodhicitta aspiration, with this bodhicitta aspiration, may I lead you to the path of awakening. So after I say that, I send out the email. So it helps to keep my mind back to the aspiration instead of just automation. So there's a very big difference that I could see between aspiration and just going on automation. So recently I went back to the forest after an injury, and I could see a huge difference as well. So the first thing that came up to my mind was, do what you can. Some sticks are really not worth trying to reach out to cut and then injuring yourself. So this time I didn't push to get the highest branches as I always wanted. I could see when I start pulling the largest branches out, it was not just using brute force, like, go, get it out now. I was thinking, okay, let me see. I could remove this one first, and then I take out that one first, and then the branch can come out. And also when I saw off the large branches, it was no longer just having that kind of energy of go, 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 do. It's like, have patience, patience. So I was saying things like that, and I find that really helpful in the practice. So bodhisattvas also work very hard. And of course, I'm not there. And they take breaks. So we learn that this path is difficult, but it's beautiful because we work internally and we also work externally to benefit sentient beings. So just like what Geshe-la mentioned before, we can't just say that, oh, let me help to get you out of samsara, but I choose to stay here. It doesn't make sense. So I continue to meditate on the Four Noble Truths, and karma and purification comes up a lot in my mind. So in the Four Noble Truths by Geshe Tashi Sering, he mentioned that karma is action, a cause, not the result of the action. But many people misunderstand karma as, oh, that's your result of your action. And often we say in Buddhism, there's no creator of earth, universe, but there is a creator actually. It's our own creator of karma. And I create my own karma. I'm responsible for it. So I'm very confident that this path works, especially in LME, after going through EML. So with great teachers, removing afflictions, growing good qualities, and having support from everyone, I appreciate all the kindness as I continue to grow here and learn from all of you, everyone's good qualities here. And now I'm trying to learn to have a sense of humor so that the mind doesn't go so tight. And so here is one of the small little joke that I came up with. Hopefully it helps. So it goes like this. The weather is pretty hot today. Let me end with a cold joke. When people feel down, they often go to Guan Yin. So that's the picture of Guan Yin. It's an emanation of the Chenrezig. So this one, Guan Yin. And you realize that her hand always have this sign. It's like maybe her hand mudra or something. She's saying, okay, don't worry. Everything will be okay. So relax. So now we know why people always look for Guan Yin, because everything will be okay. Yeah. So, okay, lunchtime.